Okay.
Hey.
Finally, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah, it took a
Yeah.
minute, but that's okay. I love
It
StreamYard.
it took it took a minute. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good. Well,
I'm
welcome, Miss
excited. I
Queen.
feel like a celebrity.
I love it. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is Life of a CEO. I am Shauna Solomon, and I am the owner and founder of Shauna Solomon and Associates. We help small businesses go from stuck to six figures. We created Life of a CEO so that we can change how small businesses do business. And with that, I wanted to bring on as many small business owners as I possibly can to just get to know them better, to allow them to provide some tips to help other small businesses grow. So I'm going to welcome you today, Miss Shawneca Reed, the Queen of Shades. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. So, real quick, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us how you got into the selling the
Oh,
fabulous shades that you sell.
so, like Shauna said, my name is Nika, well, Shaded by the Queen. I'm the owner of this fabulous brand. It's flipped, so I'm going to be reaching to my right, and it's really on my left. I'm the owner of this fabulous brand, Shaded by the Queen. We are a luxury eyewear boutique. We specialize in luxury and trendy eyewear for men, women, and we just started dabbling into kids recently, which those drop later next week. But yeah, I'm Pittsburgh based. I've been selling glasses since 2015. So it's been about 7 to 8 years since I've been in business. And I started very, very small with very little money. I just kept reinvesting and just kept networking and kept putting myself out there. But yeah, I'm Nika, owner of Shaded by the Queen, and I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. And I'm glad that you mentioned networking because we're going to talk about some marketing and some
Yep.
networking. Tell me or tell the audience how important networking is to help grow your business.
Very. It's literally the backbone of my business. If I didn't put myself out there and network with my peers and my clients and just my platform and the people who shop with me, I wouldn't even be as established as I am today. Networking is literally the backbone of my business. Just putting myself out there alone has taken me
Okay, so
crazy
let's talk
far.
about putting yourself out there because I know that I can't log on without seeing you post something,
Oh
right?
yeah, I don't play.
Yeah,
I
so
don't play. I just
because a lot of small businesses they be like, okay, well, I'm not making any sales or I'm not making any money, I'm not getting any sales. And I know I log in and I literally see you and Keisha.
yeah. Yeah.
I'll be like,
Yeah,
okay,
me and
where's
Keisha got
everybody
our own little science of how to network and promote our business, like down to the times we post, how many drops we have per week or daily, things of that nature. Keisha, I only see me and Keisha on Facebook. I mean, when it comes down to like my fellow entrepreneurs, like other people who have businesses, I can honestly say how you feel about me. I can't get online without seeing Keisha.
right.
But it's like we've been doing it for so long, and at one point we just literally started taking our brand and our business seriously. And Keisha works with you, I work with you in some sort, and we just take what we see other people doing or peers or people who in
All
other
right.
cities, and we just, yeah, like, or the veterans, the people who are actually like established and have like worldwide brands in the city, and we just take little pieces from them and make it our own. Like me and Keisha have been working together for years. Like I said, at one point it was just play. We were just doing pop-ups. But then
Right.
now we both are worldwide brands in the city and outside of the city.
Right. I love it. I love it. And I love seeing you guys, the creativeness that you got, the creativity that you guys come up with. How do you do that? How do you decide what you're going to post? And when it comes to like your glasses, because one of the things that I love that you do is that you always showcase your glasses. And I got to say this real quick. when I was unpacking my boxes, I have 4 boxes of your sunglasses. And I literally, and the crazy part is I only wear like 2 pair because I'm always in black.
Yep. Well, you've been venturing off lately. I've been seeing you in your pink stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
But I think what captures me though is the way that you like when you put them on. So there was
Yep.
something that you had mentioned about it being like style for your face or something like that. How do you come up with that type of stuff? Like, do you just look at the shades and say, I'm gonna just post this because this is what matches? Tell us about that process.
Well, sometimes I'll feed off of what's going on social media, but a lot of my brand is my personal style.
Okay.
So even when I'm picking glasses, I pick them personally in hopes that my clients appreciate them the way I did.
Okay.
And a lot of the shades that I stock or that I promote or that catch my eye are things that I personally like. So when it comes down to me like showcasing them and putting them on platforms, I always do it with myself in mind. Like if I was scrolling, like how would that catch my eye? Like sometimes you might get it on the 360, my little round table thing, and then sometimes I might do a flat lay. But then I'll get on Instagram and I'll see one of my other shade dealers, somebody out of town, and she might have did like a layout, a pick stitch. And I'm like, oh, look at the comments in there. Okay, I'm gonna try to do that with mine. So a lot of things, a lot of my brand is very personal to me.
Oh, I
That's what
love.
makes it easy. Like that's what makes it easy. It just flows. Like I don't let what I see or what other people are selling or I mean I keep up with the designers and my competitors, which I don't really consider my competitors because a lot of people who sell glasses who I might look up to or I might appreciate their collection, they're literally inspiration to me. Because
Mhm.
we might all sell the same kind of glasses, but it might sell on her website, but then it might not sell on mine because we have different audiences. But then I might see something that I have been eyeing on one of my wholesale sites that another seller has, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Yeah, okay, it looks dope in person. Oh, those are really fly on the face. Let me go ahead and get those. So just basically just being myself as far as my brand and putting stuff out there when I'm promoting and just finding inspiration in your competition.
Right. And so one of the things that you mentioned was that you also know your audience, you know what your people are
Yep.
going to buy. So that I thought that also helps the fact that you also have that creativity for yourself personally, but
Mm-hmm.
then knowing what your people are going to buy. How important is it for you to know your audience when it comes because you sell out a lot as well. Because I know
Oh
I be
yeah.
logging and I'm like, wait, like how did I miss that? Wait, I just wanted 1 pair. Like
Knowing your audience, and you actually taught me this because although like I said my brand is personal, I always see stuff and I'm like, oh, these are fly, and I'm like, oh, Tisha would like those, like, oh, these are fly, oh, Aisha would like those, or oh, these are fly, I could see Shawneca sad paying me for these when these come in, things like that. And it's just like the people who shop with me, they've been shopping with me for years, and I kind of got an idea of what shape such and such likes. Oh, I know this might be such and such as green. Green is their favorite color, so I already know like Tammy's coming for these. They're green. Oh, the green's going to go. She's going to be one of the first clients. Things of that nature. Just basically paying attention, and
paying attention. And a lot of people
actually appreciating and getting to know your clients on some level. You don't have to be super duper, personal with them, but just being personable with them. Like just knowing, like, I know when I think of green, I think of Tammy. Like I can see if I post a selfie or something, and then she gonna be the first comment. Like, oh my God, that green. It's just getting to know people and just building that type of rapport as as my client and just me, being their shade dealer.
I love it. I love it. I mean, and I love the whole fact that you are building relationships.
Yep.
And I think that's what separates you guys from everybody else is because you genuinely build a brand with
Yes.
relationships. It's not just
Yes.
about, oh, just sell. I'm just selling this. I'm just
Yeah,
selling.
just getting their money because that's their hard-earned money. So I'm appreciative that they're spending it with me. And
Yeah.
and then they're spending it consistently. Like I have people who shop every drop. Like I don't have, like I have clients that shop every once in a while or shop accordingly, but I have a handful of clients in my group, and it's about a good 15 to 20 of them that every time I drop something, I know I have an easy 20 online orders within 24 to 48 hours. And it's
Right.
just because, they love me and they appreciate my eye for shades and clear lens, and it's just like you said, the way I put it out there, the promo, I hype it up, I build the momentum, I keep them waiting. Sometimes I might just randomly drop and get them in a frenzy. It's like just getting to know your audience. And like
Right.
I said, I learned that from you. Like, wait, I
Well,
don't even
thank
know who
you.
shop with me.
Well, here's the thing though, too, though, like, but you also post often. So let's
Yes.
talk about that, because a lot of people are like, in business, let me just go ahead and post and I need to get a sale out of that. It's taking you some time to build that up.
Oh yeah.
And
Yes.
you never gave up. Tell us
Yep.
about that, because
Oh,
when I
it's
see you
taken.
post, I'm like, this is what I'm talking. That's marketing. Like, to me,
Yep.
that is like, there's a strategy behind it. There's like, okay, I'm posting at this time. This is what I'm talking about. You already know what's coming, like things like that. So it's not just
Right.
you randomly posting. Talk about that.
Again, you made me appreciate scheduled posting and just kind of, strategizing how I want to post, because I used to be an obsessive poster until the algorithm world came in, the meta world. I used to be an obsessive poster. Like Shauna said, you could never get online and not see a post from me. And from Instagram to Facebook. Facebook right now is currently my land. I'm trying to get in the groove of the other platforms, but I just I just had to get with the groove. Like I said, the algorithm is like you have to start paying attention when people are on. You have to start looking at your insights and post with purpose. That's how I feel. Like,
Yes.
and as far as my timeline, my personal timeline, it's very rare that I go astray. But when I'm posting, even when I do my motivational quotes, when the queen speaks, I always tag Shaded by the Queen. I'm posting with a purpose. So that motivational quote may have gotten more shares than one of my product picks, but my name and the brand is still being shared all over, other platforms, other people's pages, and other people are seeing that, and they may get enticed to tap, the Shaded by the Queen page and check me out. But again, I just honestly learned how to post with purpose.
And
I
I
know
love
what I'm
that.
here for. Yeah, like I know what I'm online for. I'm here for a giggle. I always say it. People always laugh. I say I'm only here for a giggle, to network, and to run my business.
That's it.
Anything else is irrelevant to me. So again, like when I'm posting, it's always going to be something Shaded by the Queen related. Like I don't.
I love the posting with a purpose. That almost should be like a hashtag, because I feel like there's so many who just post and they're just throwing, they're like, they just, how they say, you
Yeah,
throw something against the wall and hope that it sticks.
yeah.
It's not what that, it
No.
ultimately goes back to what your why is, and you know what your why is, so you're not wasting time. And grant, a lot of us jump on social media, and I had to stop doing it, because
Yep.
I'll scroll.
Speaking your mind and all that. What's really telling what's on your mind. And at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you got friends and family for that. So
Yeah, and
talk
it's
about your
being more
business.
intentional, right? So it's like, I feel like in business you have to be super intentional, especially on
Yes.
social media, and it shows. Like, I could tell who's intentional with what it is that they post, how they
Mm-hmm.
post, and what their results are.
Yep.
You can't say I'm gonna post on Monday and just randomly say I'm having a sale and
Yeah. Nah.
expect to sell out.
Yeah.
Like, unless you have built it. But now I will say, like, I have done that.
Yeah. We can do
Randomly.
that every once in a while, but it's just
But
it
you've
just
also
makes
built relationships, though.
yeah, and it just makes more sense to us to just kind of build up a momentum, even if it's a 2 day gap. Like, okay, today's Thursday, sale on Saturday. At least you're giving people that, that head start to be like, okay, I can move some funds around, or yeah, I might be free to sit down and log on, things of that nature. But I don't, like I say, and I say sound repetitive, and I tell people all the time, between you and my sister and the way y'all monitor how I move on social media, I've gotten so content with moving that way. I don't even care to, go
To
astray or
go
go
and to
left,
do anything
because
different.
it's like, why would I do that? Because you say the wrong thing. Anything you do on social media is being monitored. You say or do the wrong thing. Next thing you know, you don't got no clientele. Like,
Listen,
I'm
and they
like, that's
pay
what, like,
attention. And
yeah,
they
people
pay
pay
attention.
attention. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
always tell people that. I tell my peers that. I have friends who are business owners, and I'm always like, why would you post that? Like, you just shut every girl that shops with you talking about cheap clothes. We all love cheap clothes.
Ooh,
You just shut
listen.
every girl.
So
Like, you just
and
shut
people
every
don't
girl that
realize,
shops with you.
right? And people don't realize that that's a part of marketing, right? That anything that you post out there, that's a part of your brand, that's a part
Yeah.
of your messaging. And
Yep.
you could literally say, which is why one of the reasons, like, I kind of stay away from all the politics and certain
Oh
things that
yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
post about. However, there are some things that, like when it comes to my values, my integrity, like
Yeah.
things like that, that I stand strong in.
Oh
But
yeah,
some
for
of that stuff
sure.
is iffy. You can't just post that and think that people are going. I mean,
Yeah.
I have stopped shopping with somebody who thought that it was okay, as me as a domestic violence survivor,
Yeah.
that she thought that it was like she victim blamed. And I didn't even realize that I had like fell back from her, but that's a part like, and that was a part like she posted that on her business page. So you wanted
Right. Yeah.
people to
Yeah.
know
And
that
then on
that's
your
how you
business
felt.
page,
Yeah, right. So it's like,
no.
and if that's how you feel, you do that. So how do you feel about the monitoring of like with having like a personal page and a professional page? Do you stop? Do you act one way on one page and another way on your business page?
Um, in the past, I have. Now I just keep it cute on all the way around. Now Twitter, I could get a little raunchy. Now Twitter, I get, like on Facebook, I don't curse. And if I do curse, I'll put the stars and the money sign because I got my grandmother on there. I got a lot of my mom's friends. And although they know we're adults, but
The
I just would
respect,
never feel comfortable.
right?
So but I keep it cute on all platforms. I feel like I keep it cute on all platforms.
Okay, okay, I love it. I love it. So have you ever had an instance where there was a client that wasn't satisfied?
I can't.
That's good.
I've had to deny a client because I just didn't want her business because I felt like she would have been an unruly client. But I've never had backlash yet.
That's good.
I've never I've
What
never
you're-
had it.
so that means that's good in what you're and how you're handling
Yes.
you're handling yourself, how you handle your social media. What advice would you give upcoming small business owners when it comes to marketing their business?
Um, I would definitely say try to be yourself as much when it comes to marketing. What I've learned just running a business and just being the brand that I am is people like me. Like I've been able to get people who don't even care for sunglasses become a sunglass lover.
Yep.
So I've really appreciated running my brand as myself and not really getting jaded by what other people were doing with their businesses and how fast success was moving for my fellow business owners, things in that nature. But I would honestly say just consistency, just being authentic, unique. Like I feel my brand is me. So I would always recommend whatever you're doing, just make sure it's something that you enjoy. And
Mm,
not I mean the money's great. I'm not going to say not being in for the money because who isn't, but make sure as you're doing it, it's fulfilling.
right. And I like that you said that being authentic because I feel here's the two of the things that stood out to me that you said being authentic and loving what you do. If you are not being authentic, it's going to show
Oh
and
yeah.
people are
Oh,
going to
it
feel
will.
that like crazy. So making sure that you're authentic in what it is that you do. But also, I always stress to my clients about doing what you love. And the reason why I push that so heavy is because if you don't do what you love, you're
Yep.
not going to want to do it. So even if
Nope.
you hire a
You're
coach,
gonna you're gonna have ASS it. If you don't
absolutely.
enjoy it, you're because I get in ruts where um before I had like a real manufacturer, I would get in ruts where some of my wholesalers wasn't giving what need to be gave. And I would get bored, so I would just get lazy and it would just be like, okay, maybe I just need to tap into like a different shape. And that's what actually made me start appreciating like funkier shades. I was selling aviator and big square flat top shades for years and maybe a little funky cat eye. Now I'm selling little small round shade. You might come and get a triangle shape, and these are big circles with a crazy brow bar.
Right.
But you just really have to. You really just gotta tap in. If whatever it is, you gotta make sure it's something you like or love because you will get bored and uninterested, and it will show in your branding and your product. If it's a product based business, if you're providing a service, your VAT will be off when your clients come to get
Mm,
receive that service, things of that nature. So like even down to when I have pop-ups, like I'm very strategic about the pop-ups I work. I know I don't like to do anything much in the winter, so I only do the black label market in the winter. But then in the summer, you might catch me at a park or at at a hall or something. But in the winter months, I'm a dry seller because I'm not motivated. That sunshine, it just makes me hype. It makes me want to be
Very
like, come over to my table, come get shaded by the queen. It makes me want to put my shades on. But heck, come see me at a November pop up outside of the Black Label Market where I'm
right.
planning and getting my juices flowing. It's gonna be like a hey girl, oh, okay, check it out, 1 for 15, 2 for 25, and but catch me in the summertime. I'm gonna be all up in your face, showing you everything, trying stuff on. It's just because I love doing it in the warmer months.
Right. So, but here's one of the things though, too, that I think that with you, that I'm ready for you to soar like past Pittsburgh, right?
Oh yes,
I
me
think
as well.
listen, because Black Label Market getting ready to be in
Oh,
Houston.
I know, and I'm gonna be right there.
Because when I think about the West Coast and
Mhm.
how much they love shades and all of
Yeah.
that stuff, when you are doing your marketing and looking to like when you're trying to expand, what does that look like for you? Like, are you like, okay, let me look and see what is going on over in the
Yes.
West Coast? Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I've been looking into recently. Just basically just I love doing pop-ups. That's what I love to do. I love vending shows and things in that nature. So taking my show on the road is definitely the goal. Like I'll be starting off in Erie in June. I'm doing a
Nice.
fashion show there with my friend Andre Jones, and then venturing off to Philly in July. I'm still in the process of securing that. But yeah, just moving around more. Like I love it here, and this is literally the core city for my business and the backbone of my business. Like the city supports me, always has
Absolutely.
since I started. I've never had that kind of attitude towards the city, like, oh, nobody supports me. I've always had massive support from my
Right.
city, but it's definitely time for me to
To
introduce
expand
myself
something.
to,
And there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with
yeah,
expanding. Look, I feel
yeah,
like, I mean, you have to start somewhere. I think that a lot of times people get stuck in a certain space. I'm just
yep,
glad that you guys are in a space that you can grow and know how to grow.
hmm,
And social media is so vital in that. I think
yep,
that you can actually do what you need to do without even what you taking it on the road. I love that you're in the process of doing that. But when it comes even with social media, there are ways to actually do that. We have some comments.
oh,
There
do
are
we?
there are ways in order to make that happen. So that if you didn't want to get on the road and do anything, because of course I'm trying to get you over to the West Coast and even down here,
Hmm.
because that's where I feel like you like throughout the whole year that would be really really great for you. My next question is, how do you measure your success? Hi, I think that is Asia. She says, good afternoon, Queens, here to support and give flowers to you both. I'm super excited for Shaded by the Queen. It's given Hollywood.
I can see it.
Yes, I
You
love
see, I got
it.
on lava and burning rain. They're
And
going
Deanna
crazy about
says,
these glasses.
Queen. Thank you. So, welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for jumping on. But yes, let's talk about, how do you measure your success after, so like say after you post something or after you do your campaign for social media, how do you measure that success?
um I would say I'm always shooting, as far as like when I do drops and stuff, I'm always shooting to sell out.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I'm always like, this is going to sell out. Like I said, I love to build a momentum right now. These are the hottest thing on the market right now. Everybody's waiting on these, but I'm always shooting to sell out, but I'm always optimistic. So I always have like a number. So say for instance, I may have 50 pair of a style. I'm like, okay, well, if I spend XYZ on it, long as I could just make what I spent on it and I'm good. Everything else, I'm gonna just, keep promoting and sell them out within 24 hours or 48 hours. But it really just depends on the drop and the
But you sell
momentum.
out like almost every
I
drop.
do. I
You're
do.
like,
I
wait a
do.
minute.
Every once in a while, a style slips through the cracks every drop. But as far as the branded stuff has been going crazy.
Yeah,
Anything
and
that's
I'm like,
branded, they
I know
love it.
when I look and see, and I'm always late, right? So I'm
Yeah,
always,
you always late to the
yeah. When I'm
party.
on social media, I'm usually like a day late, and I be like, wait, what I miss? Because I'm just doing, and I try to stay focused and do what I need to do
Yeah.
without jumping on social media, because I'll get to scrolling and buying shit that I don't need. So
Yep.
by the time I see your stuff, I always check. I'd be like, let me just go and make sure that it's really gone, and or see if it's really sold out. So even when if I see that it might be sold out, I still go and check. Like maybe they didn't get the
Oh
color.
no.
But me, I'm black all day. But for the most part, I've noticed that you sell out a lot, and I love that. Have you ever considered, or would you consider opening up a retail space, or are you okay with just with being online?
I love online. I
Okay.
love the freedom. I love the freedom of online. In the past, I've had two small kind of like retail spaces, and the foot traffic isn't speedy enough. I feel like I've gotten a nice tribe who enjoys and appreciates ordering online and my speedy shipping and my great customer service, and I've just fell into that. So
Okay.
I don't see a storefront coming from me, but I could see me having my product in like IT or possibly a department store or something of that nature. But as far as like me running a retail space, nah.
So I tell you, I think I see you with a warehouse. I see
Yep.
you like showing like literally doing a social media post one day where everybody's just walking through and it's just like boxes and boxes.
Wholesaler.
Yeah, just boxes and
Yeah.
boxes of Shaded by the Queen stuff all over, and we're watching you
I
like
see.
check stuff and all of that. Like that is absolutely my dream for you. And I'm hoping. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm hoping. I know that it's going to come true. Let me
Yeah,
see.
keep seeing that because I like that vision right there.
I'm telling you, that is where it is at. So we are getting ready to wrap up. So how about if you tell me, what can we expect from Shaded by the Queen, and then like what's coming up? What you got going on?
We got new drops coming next week. My VIPs voted for a break this week because we've been dropping stuff every Saturday for like the last 3-4 Saturdays. So we
It's too
gave
much.
them
It's too much.
we gave them a break, and we have some new branded stuff coming in. The SBTQ luxury collection, one of the styles I'm wearing. We got a lot of trendy styles coming in. We probably have about a good 10 to 12 new styles that I need to drop. I'll be doing a pop up in Farrell, PA on the 22nd. I do that every year. It's always a good time. It's like their big pop up extravaganza. This is my third year doing it, so it must be something good about it.
Right.
And then I'll just be moving around a lot more. So if you want to book a shade party, follow me on shadedbythequeen.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Shaded by the Queen. And you already know when spring comes, we bring the heat.
So I'll tell everybody about, because I keep hearing you mention your VIPs. What is that?
Oh, so that is a private group. Once again, inspired by Miss Solomon. So when I first met Shauna, she put us on the having just our own private audience. Me, Keisha, and I want to say LaShisha might have been there, and a few other people. And she introduced us to just having a private platform just for our real clients, like people who truly appreciate the product or service that we provide. Me, Keisha, LaShisha flew and made one. Probably that night we were all side texting or inboxing each other like, did you make it? Was it easy? How'd you do this? She put us on the private VIP group, which mine is called the Shaded by the Queen client VIP group. And then she also put us on the Google My Business, which actually that has been working in my favor lately since I actually started treating it kind of like Facebook, like just
Okay.
posting more. Yeah. So it's encouraging like people to click on my website, and it tells you like when the person clicked and purchased, and I get a notification like they updated it. I actually like that. I meant to really, really give you your flowers on put me on that, because I started treating it like Facebook recently, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. Like I have a timer saying post on Google My Business, and
Right.
I've been getting more views, and it encourages people to leave reviews now. Like once they search my business, I guess I always pop up when they look for sunglasses on
Yes,
Google.
I love that. And I think that
But
a lot of small businesses need to utilize.
oh, I love it.
A lot of people don't use it because it doesn't link yet. But I'm hoping that that's something, because I've pushed that to them. Like I've sent so many emails. Like I think just
Yeah,
like
I like it.
if it
Yeah.
could be linked to like a social media platform, which there's probably some kind of
Hmm.
legal something that's going on with that, but because you have to be super, excuse me, you have to be super intentional with going on and posting on there.
Yep.
But I love that you have actually used that, because I see you guys doing that. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I need to do that more often.
Yep. When I know I have a sale or like a couple days before I have a new drop, I'll put it on there, and you can set like the time, like people will see it and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. I just started playing with it. one day.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let me play around with this. And I started treating it like Facebook. Like I'm on there at least 2-3 times a week, just posting
I
something.
love it. So, and you are, so one of the things that you mentioned was that you schedule out. So I know people, or a lot of people will be like, how does she do this all the time? Like, are you
Oh, I
confident?
schedule.
Yeah. Are you, because I know people be like, I just bought a dress that you just posted. I'd be like, what
You
you talking
forget, yeah. I
about?
try to do it. I try to schedule out at least 3 days out. So on Sunday night, I'll schedule out till Wednesday, 3 posts a day. And then on Wednesday, I'll schedule out till like Saturday. Now, Sunday, I might not even post at all. But yeah, I just started scheduling posts. That was something I saw you talking about, and I was like, oh, let me try this.
Yeah, because it makes it actually it makes your it just makes business a lot easier because then you're not constantly sitting there thinking like, what
Yep.
do I
What
have to
should I
post?
say? Yep.
Yeah, like
And I have, and I'm so bad with it. I have like sunglass quotes like in a little notebook. And
oh,
I'll just like put a tally by like how many times I used it, or I'll try to date it like the last time I used it. So that's good for when I'm scheduling my posts, because I just go to my notes, or I'll just go to my notebook and scratch it out, or go to my phone notes and just copy and paste, and then use that caption to schedule the post for tomorrow.
right. Okay.
So
Yeah, and that's what I gotta get more. So I had a girl to do our social media, and because I like to post out like 3 months, right? But the issue
woo,
with that is, yeah, the issue with that is I get called to do different things, or like somebody might say, so for instance, I'll be in Pittsburgh on next Thursday, and I'm doing something for the African American Leadership Association.
mm-hmm.
So that content, I don't want to wait until 3 months from now to post. So that's kind
Right.
of like the downfall of scheduling. However, it
Mm-hmm.
does allow me to like do some fillers and stuff like that. But I just want to wrap up real quick with giving everybody the opportunity to. I put your link into for your VIP group. It is for everybody, ain't it?
Yeah, you just got to answer a few questions, and once you
Okay.
answer the questions, I'll accept you. Yep.
Okay. And again, tell everybody where they can shop with you, where they can find you, and
Okay,
give us some
you
final
can
word.
shop you can shop with me on shadedbythequeen.com. It's actually up here if you can see it, shadedbythequeen.com. You can find me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat at Shaded by the Queen. Everything is Shaded by the Queen. If you're interested in becoming a real eyewear lover, you could join the Shaded by the Queen client VIP group on Facebook.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Well, thanks so much for
Thanks
jumping
for having.
in. If you're not VIP, you're missing out because we listen, and I'm
Yeah, who's that? Miss
still be
Fletcher? Is
missing
that
out.
Miss?
Like I'm in a group and I still miss out because you got to almost you got to set your clock.
Yeah.
Like, okay, she's dropping at this time.
You got to set your
Her and
clock about
Keisha,
a good
like,
2 minutes early to get on the
yeah.
website. Yeah,
And
they
be
don't
already
play.
there. And some people say that there's a trick to it. I haven't figured it out
No,
yet.
I
So
don't know the trick, but I know there's some people like Jennifer Washington. She's like shopping as I'm opening the items up, because I'll have the items marked coming soon, at least 24 hours or sometimes a few days before. And I don't on my end, you can't add it to your cart if it's coming soon, but I'm literally like, as I'm opening it up and making it active, her name is popping up, ding 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 ding, like paying different shipping charges, everything, and I have to go down and I'll refund her for the multiple shipping, or sometimes I'll just combine it all together and ship it
oh my
priority or
goodness.
something. I don't know how they do it, but they do
I
it.
think that needs to be a question we need to ask because when they tell us that, I'm like, when I seen a couple people say that, and I was like, well, what's the tea? Because I need it. Where you go? Oh, we lost her. All right. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for jumping in and with my interview with Shaded by the Queen. Make sure that you tune in with us next week. We actually have the Keisha that we were talking about, Keisha Chantel. We are talking about target audience. Make sure if you have not that you subscribe to the channel, because it's not just about life of a CEO. There's some other great information, especially if you're in business, that is on this channel as well. I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you later.